Hi, today we're going to be studying a mentor text. At this point in the writing process, we need some ways to start revising our drafts. The thing is, most of us probably haven't ever read, let alone written, a literary analysis essay. So how are we supposed to revise one? Today we're going to remedy that by reading a published literary analysis essay. We're going to use this essay as a mentor text to help us understand how to better revise and write literary analysis essays. The real power of using mentor texts is that even if we can't name the strategies we see our mentor using, we can still try to write like them, copying their style as a way to improve our own literary analysis essay. Today I'm going to teach you how writers can apprentice themselves to other authors by studying mentor texts. We study mentor texts first by experiencing the text as a reader, so you read through it just like you're reading the story. Then go back and read it as a writer, pulling out phrases, sentences, ideas that are strong, and finally name them as strategies. So first we're just going to read it to take it in, and then you're going to go back and read it again, but this time you're looking for the writer's craft. What are the strategies they use? So I want you right now to read the essay that your teacher has given you. And when you're done, pause this, and when you're done, come back. Alright, so now that you've read it, I want you to set up your notebook with a T-chart like we did in Crow Call. One side write text, evidence, excuse me, and on the other side write strategies. Alright, now I want you to go back and look at the essay again and read it 2, maybe 3 times, and you're looking for the following ideas. Repeat ideas of thesis in the topic sentence. Repeat ideas of thesis in explanation and elaboration in each paragraph. Use vivid details to retell. You can find a lot of those in paragraph 3. Describe story passionately so others want to read it. You could look for how, if there's an angled retell, how the author is spinning the story to prove the point and leaving things out that don't totally prove your point, kind of lying by omission. Think about how you tell a story about getting in trouble to your parents. You sometimes leave some things out so that you look innocent. Also, how they use transition or transitional phrases that encourage elaboration and explanation, like this shows, or this tells me. Or they use transitions to help show where in the story evidence is coming from, or to use them in paragraphs, the beginning of paragraphs. Does their evidence really prove their thesis? Look for evidence that backs their thesis up. Evidence is a snippet or a targeted moment, truly one moment in the text. The conclusion, does it return us to the thesis? Some things to keep in mind. Lit analysis is always in present tense. You always use the author's last name, and you quote direct textual evidence. When you use a quote, it's only a few words. You don't quote long passages. So now read this essay over again and try to record as many of the above observations that you can find. You may want to highlight and label them on the essay first, and then find as many as you can. So in order to look at these strategies, you're going to have to go back into your LA resource folder under presentations and look for the presentation that is entitled Mentor Text Study. And you can pull up my presentation I just showed here on the podcast and take a look at those different strategies that you need to be looking for. Okay, off you go. And don't be afraid to ask for some help. You want to fill your chart out.